Okay, this is a beautiful ebony color Singer 301 from 1951, and this is part of the bonus package that comes with this particular listing. The primary listed item is obviously the Featherweight 221, and whoever wins this listing will win the Featherweight 221 and also the big sister, which is this Singer 301. And this particular 301 was made in the centennial year for Singer, which is 1951. Singer celebrated 100 years from 1851 to 1951. And coincidentally, this particular black Singer 301 was manufactured in that centennial year, along with this gorgeous Singer 221, which is also part of this listing. I'm going to go ahead and fold this bed down and just share some comparisons between these two beautiful featherweight style machines. Let's look at the 301 in the back first. You're looking at a total bed length of 19 inches, and on the Singer 221 you're looking at a total bed length of only 15 inches. So in that centennial year they extended the bed by about 4 inches total when you compare these two machines that were manufactured in the same year. The fold down bed itself also was extended by a ½ inch. The 221 you're looking at 5½ inches, and the 301 you're looking at 6 inches. So overall the total length of the bed and the workspace was extended by about 4 to 4½ inches. This is a great advantage to quilters, and that really was part of their motivation in making the 301 as the big sisters, to give more workspace. The other dimensional comparisons, you're looking at a height on the 221 of 10 inches and 11 inches on the 301. Width, pretty close, 6½ inches on the 221 and 7 inches on the 301. They also knew that quilters and other folks that were using these machines back in the 1950s, specifically 1951, were looking for more power. So the Singer 301 has a 0.6 amp motor compared to the Featherweight with a 0.4 amp motor. And also the weight, surprisingly, is very close between these machines. To me at least, when you look at the 301, it's a much more muscular looking, a much higher stature type machine overall with the mass and the volume of the machine, and yet the weight difference between these two great machines is only 5 pounds. So I'm going to put this 221 away for right now. You will see it later in videos as we do some sew-offs to show the strength of the machine, and I'm going to bring this 301 forward so we can just talk a little bit more about the features of the machine. Let's start on the bottom of this machine. Right here you can see this is part of our track for winding bobbins, and winding bobbins could not be any easier for this 301. You're simply going to follow off the top with the spool down through this track, and then you can simply rotate this wheel up to the hand wheel to wind the bobbin, and then bring it back down when you're done. Let's go over here just to the left. This is obviously the stitch length control. And this stitch length is going to give you a huge variation as far as length. Anything from 6 stitches per inch all the way down to 30 stitches per inch. And obviously if you move the lever all the way to the top, it's going to give you option to sew in reverse. By moving it back down, you can resume sewing forward again very easily. Another nice feature that they've added to this 301 versus the 221 is this easy to carry handle. This handle is folded up when you're going to move the machine from one table to another, or maybe transport the machine without putting it in its original case. We are going to be including an original case with both machines. The traditional Featherweight black upright case, and then also the traditional 301 case for this gorgeous ebony 301. And when you're done with the handle, simply fold it back down to the body. It couldn't be any easier. Threading on both of these machines is very easy. On this 301, you're simply going to follow this track off of the spool, down through the tension control, up through the arm, and then down to the presser foot. you'll notice that this presser foot has a huge amount of clearance underneath it. And there's also an ability to drop it down as well when you're actively sewing. And if I fold this bed up and I rotate this machine a little bit, you're going to see that you're also able to lower the feed dogs by turning this simple little knob underneath the bed area. You can do the same thing with a Singer Featherweight 221. Again, this particular Singer 301 is a bonus. So whoever wins this lot is not only going to win the Featherweight, but also the big sister to the Featherweight as well. Make sure you check out our other videos where we're going to highlight the durability of both of these machines. I'll also just briefly show you the creative side of this particular 301. This is a gorgeous applique that we did. I'm going to rotate it like this actually. And you can see pretty much the full spectrum of that stitch variation in length with this gorgeous applique example. Down through here you can see we're probably pretty close to that 30 stitches per inch, and then in other pieces of the applique you can see a much wider stitch, probably pretty close to that 6 to 7 stitches per inch. We're also going to be including with this 301, as we are with the 221, an original owner's manual. This one we got rebound just to make sure that those pages are nice and secure. With both of these machines, we service them inside and out, so when you receive them, they're going to be ready to go to work. And these manuals, both this 301 and then the manual that comes with the 221, is going to help you maintain these machines at the highest operating level. Good luck on the bidding. This is probably an unprecedented lot where a number of our long-term bidders have told us they would love to have both of these machines, and that's why we're offering them together. So the best to you in bidding, and check out our other videos as well.